Giants offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. Now Jones. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of carries, 98 yards, too shy of 100.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
On second down, here's Barkley. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. Now this defense for the Lions, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
I have to admit I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. The Giants at 4-5, a game under 500. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. From the 8, they've got it first and goal. Throwing, Jones. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT. Well, CD, you see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise and obviously hoping to get these guys back sooner rather than later.
Yeah, and these guys, they've been hearing the mantra next man up since their Friday night light games in high school. It's 3 simple words.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Aiden Hutchinson, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Jones. This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with a throw to the safety valve, and it's 4th down. Gano's kick is good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shot. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football, as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. They'll go to Barkley again, and he'll get a couple up to the 29.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Barkley, inside handoff. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Jones. Got his man complete over the middle. It's James. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 19. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. That'll be caught. It's Tony. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. His first catch, good for 16 and a 1st. Back to throw. Jones. Open man, he's got him. It's Tony for a Giant touchdown. Kadarius Toney, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Jones. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down, a ways to go here, 3rd and 14.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the 1st half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. A 40. This offense ready to get back out there as they'll have the football to start the 3rd quarter. Second half begins with a run from Barkley. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the 1st half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. But the passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So here are the line. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there. And that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And a line. 3rd quarter action, and this offense will have a 1st and 10 as they get set for the next drive. They begin with a run by Barkley. And some room to roam now. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 48 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Looking to throw. Jones. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
Yeah, this defense as a whole has really been flying to the football all game long. They have not allowed too much of anything. And here's another example. A great play there to get in and disrupt it before it could get going.
He'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Jones to Galladay, 1st down Giants. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 43. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Jones over the middle. That's hauled in by Tony. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now Jones throwing on 1st down. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone.
But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. James has got it. Complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 12-yard line. Nice 3rd down conversion at even 20 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Now the stiff arm created some space initially, but he's taken down not long after. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down. Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try. Looking to throw. Jones. Open man, he's got him. It's Tony for a Giant touchdown. We are in the 4th and final quarter as the offense will have the football starting this drive 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Throw right side, taken in by Bellinger. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Meanwhile, Jones' throw caught by Tony. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's a give to Barkley. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's going to come up well shy of the 1st here as the tackle's made right around the 12. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Gano's kick is good. And we are all tied here in the final stages. So a big kick to get this back to even. And now the worry is to field goal. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do they do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A handoff to Barkley. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Now Saquon Barkley, and he stopped immediately there. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. On 3rd down, Barkley. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Gano's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a lead. Well, this fan base on the losing side, Charles, they're going to be talking about this one for a while. They ultimately decided to try to come up with a touchdown on that last play when all they needed was the field goal to force overtime.
Yeah, and the reasoning behind it, that's what we're all waiting to hear because sometimes there's things that we don't see on the surface. Did the coach feel like, if they tied the game, they couldn't go any farther, they had too many injuries? I'm not sure what was going on there, but I'm with you. I'm stunned they didn't try and kick the field goal there.
So for the Giants, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And now they'll get the short week as they get set to play at Dallas on Thanksgiving. Meanwhile, for Detroit, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday at noon Eastern for the traditional Thanksgiving Day game in Detroit.